All right, everyone, here we go. This is all signs. Doesn't matter what your sign is. This is just straight up energy reading. Doesn't matter if you're a human being, a raccoon, chipmunk, bear, beaver. I don't care. It could be a whale. I don't care. Doesn't matter. It's for you. If you found it, if you're here, all right. We don't do any advertising here, so whatever. This is a new moon reading. My moon readings are powerful. The moon, as I always tell you, is an energy reader. A lot of the outer astrology and all that, it's holistic at best on the energy. The gravitational effects are very small on the energy that we pull, but the sun, the moon, and the Earth's magnetic field, well, now those are the main three things that affect us on a daily basis. And I always say the moon is strong enough to stretch the Earth as it goes around. It pulls the oceans with it, back and forth, back and forth. It's a powerful energy. And that said, I like doing these moon readings. This is on the Aries new moon, all right, which is happening, well, here at my house around midnight on April 1st. Depends what time zone you're in, but basically it's tomorrow where I'm sitting right now. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, or you're waiting on a soulmate to smarten up who ran from you, you might want to stick around because I got a pre-shuffle right here, all right? Technically, this reading is timeless because you're all on different timelines, all right? But new moon energy generally lasts about 2 weeks. But this is a particularly powerful month. We have a month that ends with an eclipse. That's pretty powerful, okay? But so this is kind of a lead-up new moon, but it's a very interesting new moon. A new moon in Aries every year is always interesting. April's energy, though it bleeds over with temperance, as we saw in my Q2 reading from March's energy of temperance. We have a little bit of bleed over from the end of March. It's powerful energy. It's almost its own animal within that energy. All right, I'm just going to show you the pre-shuffle here. This is going to be a hell of a reading. I already know. Any reading that opens with justice in my pre-shuffle. I'm just going to run through the cards and I'll tell you what it means. Okay, I'll cut to the chase. Justice, death. Very common card we've been seeing lately, especially in the April readings. Temperance, there's our energy of the month, rolling in. New moon sort of sets it off. Six of Swords, High Priestess, King of Cups, Ten of Swords, Seven of Swords, and the Queen of Swords bookending Justice. Look at those two with the sword there. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And this Queen of Swords in this deck is somebody you don't want to fuck with. I always say that she looked like Sam Kinison sitting in the chair there. I wouldn't mess with her. Either way, the bottom line here, this is somebody who is insistent on being, on denying what they feel or whatever. They know, they have an inner knowing that they can move things on to calmer waters here with some conversation. There's a transformation trying to happen here with the Death card crossing Justice. And what I've got here is I've got someone who's realizing that because they've been bullshitting themselves, they get 10 swords. All right? Because they've been withholding their feelings, they get 10 swords. I got a 10 sword sandwich here. I got the King of Cups, keeping their mouth shut, afraid to be vulnerable, afraid to open up. And on the other side of it, I've got, but that's all a lie. If you watch the 3 quick cards I did the other day, I did for you yesterday, then you know that we got a bullshit sandwich there too. We had, when I pulled on your person, the first part of the reading was about you. But when I pulled on your person, we got 7 of Swords, deception, right? The same kind of 7 of Swords we've got here. Deception and all that kind of stuff. I don't know where the hell it is. I can't find. There it is. 7 of Swords. And then we got the Devil. And we got their 10 of Pentacles, what they think is 10 Pentacles on their side. And after that, we got a Tower. That's a bullshit sandwich. It's someone lying to themselves that how they've been living is right and all of that. This is a person here in this energy of this pre-shuffle. It's kind of a person who is a carpet sweeper. They like things to stay the same. Even if there's shit people and toxin around them, they tend to keep them around just because they're familiar. Anything new that comes in, this person runs from. Your role in their life, this soulmate connections role, was to teach them that that's wrong. I've got a pre-shuffle that says that they know it, but they might still carpet sweep it. But that Queen of Swords bookending the Justice card tells me for a lot of you during this new moon period, which lasts a couple of weeks up to the full moon, you might be getting some messages from somebody. Again, in my second quarter of 2022 reading, April showed up as again, what a lot of the 3 quick cards and readings like that before it was showing, you're going to get something that you've been long waiting for, that you thought you were never going to get. I think with the King of Cups there, they might open up a little bit, but that Queen of Swords is about detachment. So, with a 7 of Swords there, you know the drill. You know, not going to tell you everything, but the fact that they show up, like I've been telling you, because they can just disappear. If you're not so great, Divine Feminines, if you're not so great, where the fuck are they? Why the fuck are they standing around then? Why are they lingering? Right? You know, it doesn't make sense. And like the great Judge Judy always says, if it doesn't make sense, it's not true. And we know it's not true because we got a 7 of Swords here too. I'm shuffling the deck right now. Give me the soulmate energies around the new moon, universe. Let's go. Tell my viewers something. Right here, before the cut is why the fuck are we here? So why the fuck are we here? Because of this, because of the star, because somebody's showing up. A long-awaited manifestation. I saw it with the Queen of Swords bookending Justice. I went out on a limb and said a lot of you are going to hear from something. You're going to get finally something you've been waiting for, something out of somebody who's an energy that's just lingering around. They're finally showing up. Sometimes we get with the star, we get delays and things like that. This is an energy of it's here. Not only are they here, they're butt naked. All right, they're showing up butt naked. I got a picture right here. All right, that's a nice energy to have there. That's why the fuck are we here? We're here because of the star. That's a powerful energy, you guys. And right here, the 8 of Pentacles. It's a card of the Apprentice. It comes after the star here. Why is the star here? Well, the 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles is someone who's working on themselves, working on something to get to the 9 of Pentacles. Most of you watching are already at the 9 of Pentacles. You often, show is that it's basically minor arcana Empress energy. The 9 of Pentacles is about independence, freedom, someone who's found themselves. Your person is finding themselves, okay, which is what they always had to do, trying to become who they really are. We saw it with the High Priestess in the pre-shuffle. Trying to become who they really are. But what they fail to realize is they can't really do that until they finish what the lesson is they have to learn with this soulmate connection, which is opening up to you, which is finally getting real with themselves about what they got going on around them and how they've been living and why they run away from great things and keep shit people around them, the same old shit. I'm not saying everybody around them is shit, but the majority of the energy around this incoming energy I'm pulling is what I would consider somebody I wouldn't even have coffee with, okay? They're self-serving in some way, and I don't particularly care for that trait in people. But anyway, it's somebody who's coming in that you've been waiting for a long time. A long-held wish or manifestation is showing up to actually work on things with you. It's a pentacle, okay? But that's your person. They need to be vulnerable. They need to learn to be vulnerable. Let's shuffle the deck here. Let's get a reading. Give me a reading, universe. New moon energy. Its effect on the soulmate cycle here. This is nice. This reading is nice. It starts with Justice in our pre-shuffle, and the why the fuck are we here is the star. I'm telling you, it's backing up my second quarter of 2022 reading for April. It's just backing it up, and this new moon right here on the 1st kicks it off. Kicks it off. Okay, here we go. I love it. I did all that shuffling. I shuffled, I cut, I shuffled again, and the bottom of the deck, the overall energy of our reading is that very Queen of Swords, Sam Kinison right there sitting in the chair. Queen of Swords from the pre-shuffle, the one that was bookending Justice, you remember? That means we're going to get a lot of repeat cards, maybe a couple repeat cards from our pre-shuffle. Repeat messages are always important. Always important. The universe wants to make it clear. Somebody's got something they want to say to you. It's somebody you've been waiting for a long time. Somebody you may have become emotionally detached from yourself. Just sort of, well, I'm never going to get it, so why should I, whatever. They feel the loss of the connection. We saw it as the 10 of Swords in the pre-shuffle. You're about to get it. What's crossing this Queen of Swords? The World. Here in the new cycle. The World card lately has been representing the new major energy cycle that we're moving into. It's been a strong representation of it. And right here, a cycle is ending. Something may have ended on your person's side. The Queen of Swords cuts things out that are shit. Maybe they realize the same thing I realize about the energy around them. I don't know. I didn't see in the pre-shuffle somebody getting real. I just saw in the pre-shuffle somebody knowing that they're full of shit. acknowledging to themselves that they've been lying to themselves. The next step is for them to bring it out into the 3D and talk to you and talk to everyone else and change their life. It looks like they're doing it. The universe would imply that with the World crossing the Queen of Swords. It's a whole new person. They're still a little bit emotionally detached. Person's still a little bit afraid to be vulnerable, but inside there's a lot of love in that Queen. Our reading's on the flip. Let's go. Right here's the energy around your connection. Right here's how your person feels in their emotions, 3D. Right here's how they feel in the soul about you, not what they show you, not what they tell you. Right here's the hidden energy. Message from the fickle old gal universe. I'll tell you what she says. It's red with the energy of the connection. And right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I can't predict free will. Nobody can. I will clarify everything. This is a very important reading. These energies, I can't find the words to describe them to you. They reek of communication, but they reek of somebody who, at the very least, and I'm proud, pleased to say, I couldn't even find the word, pleased to say, is at least acknowledging that they've been full of shit. At least acknowledging it to themselves. Now they need to bring it out. So you bet your sweet asses there's going to be a link for an extended in the description. All right, so we're going to have to dig here. When I see the Queen of Swords with Justice, like I did up in the pre-shuffle, we always want to dig because there's a reason somebody is like this. All right, let's find out. And the World crossing it. It's all about this new cycle. And as we move through April, we get more and more in it. Brand new fishbowl of energy we're going to be living in. And it's a lot sunnier, It is a lot sunnier. All right, let's see where we go. Here's the energy around the connection right now. 7 of Swords, see? Repeat cards, a few of them anyway, from the pre-shuffle. 7 of Swords. The energy of the connection right now is exactly what I said. Look, come on, I read the energy first, then I pull the cards. Come on. The Queen of Swords is our overall energy. She knows the truth, is the truth, speaks the truth. This is an energy of deception. It's minor devil energy, very mild devil energy. It's right there. It's someone who is realizing within themselves, at the very least, that they've been fooling themselves, that they've been full of shit here. All right? And maybe on the flip of that, since it's the energy of your connection, your connection is a ball of energy in the middle. Just picture it that way. And each of you plug into it on either side. With you're going to find out that you were right. And somebody's been full of shit. Or maybe you're going to find out that you've been fooling yourselves that this person can be vulnerable. I don't know. It can go either way. We'll see. How do they feel in their emotions? See? They're feeling the loss of it. Look, these are repeat cards from the pre-shuffle on some level. But I want you to note the positions, after all the shuffling, the positions that they fall in here. This is their emotions, and I just got done telling you, they're feeling the end of this. They don't want that. None of your people want this to be over. And that's part of the deception that they've been fooling themselves. Again, I reiterate, if they wanted it to be over, all they have to do is go away. Why are they lingering? Why is the energy still around you? They may not even care about soulmates. It might not even be something they say or a word they use. But, the answer to them is because you two are connected. And there's lessons for each side to learn. And it's not going anywhere. But they feel the loss of it. And that's probably going to bring them in. It's part of this 10 of Swords is part of what's helping them see the reality of how they've been behaving here. And not just with you. They do this with everything. With all kinds of people. They just like things to stay the way they are. They got the people they've got around them. And you get used to those energies. You get complacent within the energies around you. Your person's almost lost their sense of adventure here a little bit. Is an easy way to put it. I don't know. But they feel the loss of it. Right here, how do they feel about you in the soul? You're the angel. Yep. You're the angel. And you know what? I'm going to pull it anyway because they came out together. The King of Cups. You're opening this person up. You got 2 cards in the soul that represent how they feel about you. Your angel energy, the angel energy of this connection is causing this person to want to open up. It is. And at the same time, because it's bookending the 7 of Swords, it's causing them to want to shut down. The net in the middle is the 10 of Swords, where they realize, I don't want this to be over. It feels like it's over. It's over because I'm not opening up. It looks like they do something about it with my Queen of Swords here. It does. She does things, right? Okay, hidden energy. What's the universe wants you to know? Here's that death card coming back. Okay? Death card came back. It's about transformation. The universe, again, what have I been saying? Look at the positions that are pre-shuffle cards that came back after a shuffle, a cut, and a shuffle. But you have to look now, they're coming out in positions in the reading. In the soul, you're opening them up. In the emotions, they feel it's over. It's everything I told you. It's everything that's in the energy. I said here with the Queen of Swords and the Seven of Swords, it's someone acknowledging at the very least that they've been bullshitting themselves. At the very least, they're acknowledging it to themselves. They need to express it outward. We'll find out if they do. I don't know. They might. For a lot of you, I think they will, because I can read the energy. I don't need the cards. But this death card right here, this message from the universe, is about transformation. It's about rebirth. It's someone here who is transforming this energy. This energy, because these two are read together, is transforming. The Seven of Swords is transforming into someone who wants to open up because they feel this is over. And they don't want it to be over. If they did, why the fuck would they be lingering? The spying energy is incredibly strong here. And spying doesn't have to mean they're looking at your social media. It can mean they're just looking at your picture. They're just daydreaming about you. It doesn't matter. You take a piece of a person's energy when you do that. And to be honest, you two are connected. So you feel that. They're probably showing up in your dreams, or you're seeing them everywhere, or thinking about them a lot. But you are popping up everywhere for this person. All right, it's forcing them to get real with themselves. Yeah, I guess I do love the collective. Well, I'm not going to tell them. Okay. I don't know about that. With Temperance and the King of Cups here in the soul coming out, they wanted to come out together. And as soon as I threw Temperance on the table by itself, I thought, no, I got to throw that King of Cups too. Now, I don't know. I think they need to open up, or this will be over, because they don't want that. I'm always, whenever I get this Ten of Swords, sometimes I look here at the dead thing on the ground or whatever it is, but I'm drawn to this little screech owl up here with his eyes lit up. It might be dead, but they don't want it to be. Why do I say that? Well, there are two different kinds of like birds of prey, as they're called. One are birds like owls that kill the animal and then eat it. Others are carrion birds like vultures and condors. They circle and see the dead animal, and then they go and they land down and they eat it. They don't kill anything. The owl is a predator. The owl it's not dead. The owl doesn't want this to be dead. He's not going to eat it. He's not going to fly down and eat it. They don't want it to be dead. Your person likes to be chased in a way. Your person likes the chase. Okay, that's very clear in the energy. Birds of prey, for people who think that, in case you're new here, I'm a bird of prey expert. I've been studying them since I was a kid. And I talk a lot about them here, but I'm always drawn to cards that have them on it. For all of you that think that it's just instinct, that they hunt, that they don't really, it's not fun for them or anything, they're just hunting food, you're wrong. If you've ever seen, one of the greatest things I like to see is the baby Cooper's hawks here in the neighborhood every spring. They're going to be here in May, early June. And when the parents teach them how to hunt, the parents will hunt right in front of them, right? They'll go catch a dove and pick it up off of the telephone pole or something like that. And when they do that, the baby birds go crazy. They bob their heads up and down. They get all excited and flap their wings. They love it. It's like people watching a sporting event. It's fun to watch. It's fun for them. They like it. It's really the only time they fly, to be honest with you. Most of the time they're just sitting. If they're flying, they're either migrating or they're trying to find some food or move to a new location where there might be some food. I'm telling you, this person doesn't want this to be dead. And I'm harping on this card for a reason, because it's very important that you understand that. The fact that it's dead means this little owl is not going to eat it. And that's going to make this little owl very sad. All right? I read the energy off the cards. Cards relate to a reader. All right? This card, that's how it relates to me when it comes out in certain positions, and that's one of them. All right? There's no reason for them, if they wanted you gone, there's no reason for them to still even be hanging around. And energetically, they're all over your ass. What's the potential final outcome here? And there it is. Where we began, justice. The whole pre-shuffle came back, but it positioned itself. It put itself in position in the reading. Justice. That's communication when it falls there. I said it in the beginning. I said it again. I'll say it again. They don't want this to be over. I think a lot of you are going to hear from somebody you never heard. You never thought you would. This new moon energy is very important. My concern here is the Queen of Swords. My concern is they're getting real with themselves about how they lie to themselves and how they might self-sabotage themselves and how they sneak away from things that are great. But are they going to convey that? If they do convey it in the outside world, it's coming across a little emotionally detached. And I'm not sure I'm thrilled about that. We're going to have to clarify. We're going to clarify with the Light Seer deck here, because that's who wants to talk. Let's see. Why is the Seven of Swords here? This is very, very, very cool, very important energy here. All right. It's so hard for me to put into words. I have to translate feelings into words, and it's really tricky. But this is someone who knows they need to open up. Your connection, the Temperance card here, you're really opening this person up. They're really, I don't know what it is. It could be just through energetic osmosis, because a lot of you aren't even in touch with this person. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, they can't get rid of you. They don't want this to be over. It's very clear, and it's not. It's this energy, this Seven of Swords energy is shifting according to the universe with the Death card here. All right, and that's why we have Justice coming out here. It's communication. You don't get justice without communication. In that position, it's communication. Why the fuck are we here is the Star. Something that you have long waited for showing up was the energy around that. The Star is here. And sure enough, we had the Eight of Pentacles after the cut, which proves it's someone who's coming to work on things. It is a little detached, though. Why is the Seven of Swords here? What is going on with this person? Yeah, this energy is transforming. You don't get more than transforming than alchemy energy. Lead into gold. Okay? They're getting real with themselves anyway. Okay? That's all I could say on that front. The Magician. Yep. Also, the Magician crossing this here, aside from lead into gold kind of energy, alchemy, transformation, backing up with the Death card, is someone who may communicate. They feel like they can do it. All right? Okay. They might lie. We'll see. What's on top? Yeah, the Two of Swords. They don't know how. That's why they don't open up fully. That's why the Queen of Swords is here. They don't know how. So I think they just sort of blurt something, for lack of a better way to put it. It's sort of a now what do I do moment. Now I realize I've been lying to myself. I'm really into the collective. I don't want this to be over. I feel strange. They feel funny inside, kind of a thing. Yeah, it is a bit of a, I got all of the communication here is cold and detached. Why is the Two of Swords here? Yeah, the Ten of Wands, it's a great burden. What do I do now? You're very heavy on their mind. It's something that's weighing on their mind very heavily. And this energy bleeds over into I got two tens right next to each other, bleeds over into the Ten of Swords here. The Ten of Swords should translate into communication, because we have communication here. Let's see. Why is the Ten of Swords here? Let's see. That poor little owl was like, no, I didn't want it to be over. Don't kill it. I won't be able to eat it if you kill it. No, let it run. I'll get it. Okay, fine. I'll go after it if you're going to. It's sort of like when you threaten to take something away from somebody and then all of a sudden they want it. It's that kind of energy. It's like, it's like a child, really. Well, I'm going to take the toy away then. No, I'll play with it. No, it's fine. I'll be good. Okay. Ten Swords, why is it here? I said it's going to result in communication, and I am not a liar. It is the Page of Wands. It is communication. It's pagey. They do not want you to get away. This is my party girl card. It's very similar to the Fool energy here in the Light Seer, but if you've been here a while, I call that a spear, and I say they don't want you to get away. They're going to chuck it in your back. It's everything I told you about this little owl. Look, I taught you about owls. Right? And vultures and condors and the difference, and this little owl's not going to eat it now because it's dead. All I can see is this poor little guy and his eyes lit up. Poor little screech owl. Now they need to do something. They're worried about it. Now what do I do is the energy here. The energy of this is I have transformed. I have acknowledged that I lied to myself. I have acknowledged, and the Magician was there too, that I lied to myself. I do want the collective. Now what do I do? 10 wands of burden, 2 swords, 10 swords. Oh my God, it might be over. I need to do something. I said, rewind, I did. I said they might do an impulsive, just blurt something out. Well, you don't get more impulsive and blurting out than just chucking a spear at someone's back to get them to stop from running away or walking away. For fuck's sake. Oh, this is nice. What's on top of the 10 of swords here? Yeah, the Hermit. Again, this person is acknowledging things deep inside them that they've been lying to themselves about. And it causes them such a burden because it's so different to how they live their life. How they live their life is just, there's a strong energy here, and this won't apply to all of you, but there's a strong energy here of somebody who lives their life by the expectations of the energies around them. They're not even living their own life. Now they're finding their true self. The first step when we find our true self is to acknowledge all the stuff that we lie to ourselves about. All right, this whole reading, this new moon energy here, there's, again, with the World crossing the Queen of Swords from the bottom of the deck here, the World card that's crossing it, it's all about the new cycle. There's life before the new moon and life after the new moon for this person. Something's going on. We're going to have to look at it in the extended, but something's going on their side because the way the cards are falling and the way the energy's falling, something must have happened here. There's some reason this person had to look at this. I don't know what it is yet. Why is the Hermit here? There it is. It's right there. It's the Strength card. One of the reasons is the fucking heart chakra opening up. When we find ourselves, when we acknowledge this first step that we've been lying to ourselves or we've been too afraid to do things and we deny ourselves things and all of that, the first thing that happens really is the heart chakra starts to open for sure. This person's crown chakra is opening as well. I can feel that. I don't have a card to back it up per se, but I can feel that too. They're getting real about the people around them. They're getting real about themselves a little bit. It's coming out in the real world very swordsy. I won't lie to you. But your connection, I see it here because the Strength card leads to this, and the Hermit, it builds an energy. Hermit, Strength, and then we see over here in the Soul, we take a peek at it, and it's opening up. It's the angel energy of this connection, and that's causing them to want to open up. And as they open up, they get stronger and stronger in the heart chakra. But the problem is, all of that causes them a great deal of burden because it's different to how they've been living. All right, it's very different. All right. Why is Temperance and the King of Cups here? And again, remember, Page of Wands. I said earlier, it feels like somebody who's lost their sense of adventure. When we find ourselves, when we acknowledge these things to ourselves, we get our sense of adventure back. I usually read a lot of fear around the Strength card. I don't see them as afraid. I see them more in a sense of, oh shit, what do I do now? I think they're going to get the strength up to come in and open up. I think we had the Star here before the cut. Something you've been waiting for a long time showing up. I think somebody shows up and opens up a little bit. I think it probably blows your fucking mind for some of you. It might. I know there's an element, there's an energy, and I don't have a card to back it up either. There's an element of surprise energy here in this. On your side, on the static energy side that I'm reading here, which would be all of you. There's an element of surprise that comes in. Now, I think you might be. Because this person at least acknowledged to themselves that they're full of shit. They're lingering around and spying or whatever they're doing, looking at your picture, thinking about you, spanking to you, whatever they're doing it for a reason. They don't want you gone. I stand by that screech owl on that 10 of Swords. I do. All right, let's see where we go here. Yeah. Oh my God, this is a very powerful reading. Wheel of Fortune crossing the Temperance and the King of Cups. A totally different person. This is a transformed person. With the Magician crossing the 7 of Swords here, I said it was lead into gold. These are bookends. They're all read together. This is a totally transformed person, but this also tells me there's been it's sort of an equal and opposite reaction. In other words, as they lean toward you, it makes whatever on their side look even worse. Okay? And I think you've been doing that all along. I think you've been making however they've been living look pretty bad. What's on top? Double justice. I'm drawn to justice. Justice here draws me to here. Justice here draws me to the final outcome. I think they open up. Your connection has really changed this person. Really changing them. which causes them a lot of burden. Now, what do I do? Okay, once they acknowledge, I mean, think about it. You acknowledge within yourself, I love this person. You just acknowledge it, and your first thought would be, now what do I do? Because I fucked this up so much, everything seems dead. Everything seems gone. They got to get the strength up. And the strength comes from the universe trying to say, yes, it's some realizations within themselves with the hermit. But the strength to do this comes from their heart chakra. And we see it here when we go to the soul. We see the heart chakra opening. We see it with the King of Cups. And this temperance energy, balanced energy, right? Archangel Michael with the sword of truth, right? You know, well, it's Archangel Michael on the card right there. Balanced energy. It's all balanced energy here. Why is the Justice here? Jesus Christ. Six of Cups. Yeah. Again, it's a very strong connection. Balance is coming to this connection. Someone's going to open up to try to balance things out. It's all they want to do in the soul. It's how they feel about you. There's a lot of nostalgia around them right now. A lot of nostalgia. There's a lot of it. And nostalgia comes from the heart, doesn't it? When we have nostalgia about something, when we think back, we feel it, don't we? We feel it in the heart chakra. If it broke our heart, it breaks again a little bit when we think about it. If it warmed our heart, it warms it again when we think about it. It's all right there. I'm going to stand firm here. This person, a lot of you are going to be very surprised. Again, the why the fuck are we here position before the cut was the star, and that star was here. Somebody coming to work on things. Again, I want to reiterate, they've acknowledged within themselves that they've been full of shit. The energy of the connection is still got a lot of confusion around it. It's still, what the hell do I do now? And it's creating a great burden. I will point out that with two Justices here, it resets both of these tens. It's powerful enough to reset both of these tens. In other words, this goes to a ten of or an Ace of Wands, a passionate new beginning, and this goes to an Ace of Swords, a reconciliation. It is what they want. It shows in the layers of energy that it's what they want. Now let's talk to the universe. Why is the Death card here? Wow. There's so much energy here. Okay, your person's energy is splintered. It's what we call splintered. It's all over the place. They need to get a grip. I think they will with all this justice here, with all this balance. But I think the only way they can get a grip is to detach emotionally and then come in and talk to you. That's why they blurt. I say they blurt out something, or it may seem a little detached when you talk to them. That's okay. That's just a coping mechanism because they're not used to opening up emotionally. For this person, telling you that they even like you or reaching out is opening up emotionally. Why is the Death card here? Tell me about this Death card. Holy shit. Transformation. They're getting in touch with their inner feminine side. The divine masculine is that's what this is. That's why this energy is like this. Oh my God. I don't know why I didn't see it earlier. I guess I couldn't find the words, I guess. The divine masculine is balancing. I got two cards of balanced energy here between feminine and masculine, along with temperance and the soul. And the King of Cups here, very, very nice energy of, the masculine getting in touch with their feelings. Yet, they're balancing, their energy is balancing. There's a transformation within them. I got a card of transformation, red with these. We had alchemy, the magician card, crossing that, led into gold. We've got someone who is in touch with their feminine side, and that's why they're in their fields, and that's why they show up. It's also why they shut down. I was right. It's also why, because they don't know how to process it. They aren't real good at it yet. Okay. Wow. You're also a primary thought in this person's mind, because these cards are red together. The Empress, you, the divine feminine, is heavy on their mind, for sure. Again, energy is always in layers. I give you what I need to give you. I don't want to confuse people, but I'll give you that too. Why is the... oh, wow. I'm shuffling. Okay. I shuffled without thinking, so, you just go with it. Okay. What's on top of the Death card then? All right. So that was a one-off... Oh, my God. It came back. The universe is like, why'd you have me shuffle if you were just going to bring back the same shuffle? That's fucking weird. This reading is weird. I just shuffled without thinking, and I got the Empress back at the bottom after all the shuffling. So we got the same two cards, probably, that we would have gotten before. Maybe. I don't know. Two of Wands on top of Death. They don't know what to do. The universe is saying here, because we're talking to the universe, it's red with Two of Swords. All right. They don't know what to do here with the Two of Swords. God, what do I do now? I acknowledge that I love the Empress. What am I going to do? I'm feeling all this love, and the energy of my soul is pretty balanced. What do I do now? That's where this is. This says they're going to make a decision. This is someone who definitely has their eyes on the Empress. Okay? Definitely has their eyes on the Empress. Which is different than what they did before. Again, it's somebody getting real inside themselves. That, acknowledging at least that they've been full of shit to themselves. I like that. Why is the Two of Wands here? Yeah, the High Priestess. Look at this shit. It's just telling you what I already told you. With the Empress crossing, it's someone who's balancing their energies. We have both masculine and feminine within us. The idea is to balance the two. This person was never in touch with their feminine side. Never, 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 never. It was all about pentacles, pentacles, pentacles. What don't you see on this table? Do you see any pentacles anywhere? No? Okay, good, because there aren't any. It's unreal. I see wands. I see some swords. Yeah, they're in their head. I see justice cards. I see lots of cups. I see a high priestess. I see the best tits in the tarot. I see death right there, transformation, a magician. I don't have any pentacles. Even my page here was a page of wands. Holy shit. Okay. Yep. A lot of you are going to hear from somebody you never thought you'd hear from during this new moon energy. There's something else in the energy here. There's something else here. I don't know what it is. Something's caused this. Why did this person, all of it, these energies don't just balance for no reason. Why? Why did this person do this? What made them even begin the thought process to get real about the Seven of Swords? All right, let's see, which is transforming big time. All right, why is Justice here? Give me the final on this, universe. Why is Justice here? There we go. There's the spanner in the works. The Seven of Cups. This is someone who made a bad, how do I phrase this? As their energy balances, as they get real with themselves at least and acknowledge their own bullshit. This is someone who realizes they've made a lot of bad choices in their life. A lot of times with justice, okay, just looking at it as the word justice, we have some realizations. We find out things, don't we? In this case, it's about themselves. They're finding out that they've been screwing themselves over pretty much their whole life. I can tell you the energies around this person are very superficial. They're not surrounded by a lot of great energies. But yet they give to those energies. I don't think they are anymore as they balance out, though. What's on top? Yeah, there they are. Divine Masculine. Let's not forget the Empress was here. It's a balance. It's not a Burger King. When the Emperor falls on top of Justice, it is a balanced Emperor. Justice is about balanced energy. Balanced energy to you in the 3D is happiness. This is someone who's realizing that they've been making bad choices and it's costing them their happiness. This is someone right here, the Emperor, who I think is about to come in and talk to you. They're realizing, they're finding themselves. What did I say about the Hermit? I said they're finding themselves a little bit. And as they do, the heart chakra opens. They start thinking back to how they treated you. They never wanted you to be gone. Remember the little owl? He don't want that dead. He doesn't. No, he doesn't. Bird, even the parrot agrees. And he a Pisces. Right here, they just don't know what to do. But the Emperor here is red with the Hermit. This is who's finding themselves? The Emperor. And with the Empress crossing here, I've got and these two Justices, I've got someone who is in touch with their inner feminine energy, which is why there's so much feels here. I don't have a pentacle on the table. I don't know what the last card is. It's not a pentacle, it's a cup. It's the Five of Cups. Again, it's everything I just told you. I read the energy first, then I pull the cards. I don't know why I'm your second favorite. I don't know. Again, it's someone who's realizing they've made bad choices. All right, and also this is that energy I can't put my finger on that's here. There's 3 cups down and 2 cups standing. This person is fixing to come and get the 2 cups. That's you, by the way. There is going to be communication. The Five of Cups is one of the cards, this and the Three of Swords, that end the separation phase of these soulmate connections. The Emperor is coming, and they're coming from a state of regret. They're coming from a state of fear of loss, okay? And this Five of Cups, also backs up the fact that they never wanted it to be over. It's the little owl right here. Just imagine she's the little owl. Go ahead. It doesn't matter. You got an imagination. She's this little owl up here. This little owl up here is her. And all they can, there's a lot of regret and sadness. They never wanted this to be over. They want those two cups. But if those other two cups fall, it's just sorrow. All I get is an energy of sorrow off of it. And it's because the heart chakra is open. It's because somebody, even if it's just temporary, even if it's just because of the new moon energy that we're pulling on, who gives a fuck? It'll bring them in droves. For a lot of people, a lot of you will hear from your person. Some of you won't. I can't predict free will. They might just be an asshole. I don't know. But I don't see, again, I don't see pentacles on this table. I've got a lot of cups. I've got a lot of emotions, passion, feeling, inner things coming out. Someone getting real about their Seven of Swords behavior. The Queen of Swords is the overall energy, is that detachment. This is the only way they can come in. All right? It's that blurting out. It's that Page of Wands that's crossing here. Chucking the spear at you in the back to stop you from getting away. It's very hard to put my finger on, but the Five of Cups also tells me it's that energy that I can't quite put my finger on here. It's the Three Cups down. Something's happened on their side. Could have been a death, a loss, somebody got sick, all right, or something along those lines. Something has caused this person to go into the Hermit and examine these Seven of Swords behaviors, okay, these devilish behaviors. Something has happened that caused this person to go in the Hermit. And again, for some of you, it hasn't happened yet. It'll happen during this new moon phase. But for a lot of you, it's already happened. For a lot of you. I don't know what it is. Maybe they had a nightmare. And it could be as simple as that. Sometimes nightmares change people's lives all the time. You have crazy nightmares. I don't know. Who knows? A health scare? Who knows? Anything can act as a catalyst. There was some sort of catalyst here. We're going to pull on it in the extended. Either way, I would expect a lot of you will hear from this person. And the only pentacle we got was the Eight of Pentacles after the star, after the cut, if you recall. And again, that's just an indicator of someone who didn't want to work on things before, someone who's been delayed, who's coming to work on things. The whole reading here is just someone who has realized that they lied to themselves and it's their bad decisions that's costing them a lot of happiness in their life. Their behavior. The Emperor has found himself. There's a bit of a balance between the female and masculine and male energies, the feminine and masculine energies here. This person's really in their feels, I guess is what I'm saying, and it's not, and they're not used to it. So it reflects as the Queen of Swords. It reflects as somebody who might seem detached when they show up. I'm telling you, they're not. So don't call them out on their shit. You can't force it to come out. Nobody forces the King of Cups to open up. He's a king. Male or female, okay? You don't force the king to do anything. You can't. But the fact that this person shows up, if they show up for you, or even the fact that this is happening, or even the fact that they're still lingering around, their energy is still there, is very telling, okay? Because, speaking for myself, when I'm not interested in something, I don't linger around it. I take off and move on to, take another road, go somewhere else. I don't spy on somebody. I don't think about them. I don't daydream about them. This is very, very strong, persistent energy. It's a very, very strong connection. The world is underneath the deck crossing the Queen of Swords. The world don't come out for a bang in a bar parking lot. And with the Wheel of Fortune in their soul, and justice either. Justice don't come out for bang in a bar parking lot either. You guys have a lot of karmic debt. I think most of it's on their side. The karmic debt, the rule of the universe is karmic debt always gets paid. The universe always collects its debts, either in this life or the next life. This is someone, for a lot of you, you've had a lot of past lives with. And this is supposed to be, the reason this connection cycle is so strong is this is supposed to be the resolve on a lot of it. And the Divine Feminine's gone a long way to paying off all of theirs. Most of you have no karmic debt left if you found your self-worth and you realized what happened here. You're just leaving the door open for this person. Good for you. I'm still shuffling, so I'm stalling. But I'm giving you information that's in the energy anyway. This person has to do this, is what I'm saying. If they don't, this Five of Cups becomes, it multiplies. It really does. Becomes 125 cups. A lot of cups. A lot of sadness. All right. 3 cards. Yeah, here we go. Ready? 3 cards from the universe. 4 of Pentacles. Yeah. The Moon. Yeah, don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. With the 4 of Cups crossing the Moon, this person is going to hide a lot. It's what I told you about the Queen of Swords. I already read this energy, but I'll give it to you again. You can see it in pretty pictures here, except for, the pooping girl. That's not really all that pretty. But this is someone who rejected things and has gotten real with themselves. They didn't just do it to you. They always reject the rainbow just to keep the shit that's around them. But as it pertains to you, this energy here, because I asked about you and what, a message for you from the universe, this person's going to hide a lot. They're going to come in maybe a little bit detached here, seeming like they're not interested. It's just they don't know how. They're in their fields. They're finally in touch with their feminine energy. I can see it here. It's all over the reading, but they don't know how. Know that you make them very happy. This is the reality. This is the truth. It's the sun. Okay? It's the happiest card in the deck. They're going to illuminate some things if you let them. But like I said, you can't force the King of Cups to open up. They're very stingy with it. They don't like to be vulnerable, and that's their lesson. But they know they have to be. If they don't want this to be dead, they know they have to be. And they're well aware of it. They are getting the strength up to do it. In fact, they have the strength to do it. It's already there. I got 2 Justice cards, one on the soul and one on the final outcome, and an Emperor and an Empress energy that's fairly balanced within this person. I see it here with the Hermit as well. With the Hermit as well, their own inner masculine is now in balance a little more. They're not really a Burger King, more of a Burger King Express. They still got to have it their way, right? But their way is not staying away from you and running. It's more a case of, well, I'm going to come in and open up. I feel King of Cups for you, but I'm going to come in Queen of Swords a little bit, Male or female, there's no genders here with any of this. There's a lot, there is some fear. They're going to hold back a lot, okay? But just so you know, they're holding back a lot because they really, 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 really love the fuck out of you. They really do. Your connection is represented by the sun here. So, I wouldn't call them on their shit if they come in a little detached. I'm giving you the information. There's a reason. I always say at the beginning of these videos, there's a reason you found the video. I'm giving you this information. The universe is allowing you access to this information through me, by allowing me access to it. If it wasn't for the greater good, it'd be like a redacted document. It'd be like all little black, where some of the words are blacked out and you can't really read anything. Has to be for the greater good. I'm telling you this, probably, so the universe figures you won't, rip them a new one when they come in. Give them a chance to open up a little bit. And I've been telling you that for a while. Hopefully you take that advice and you're not surprised when they show up a little detached. The most beautiful thing to take away here is this is someone who's getting real about how they've been lying to themselves and how they've been making bad decisions because of the things they tell themselves. This person has a very low self-worth on their side a little bit. They're more insecure than what you might think. And I know some of you out there might say, oh, well, my person is super cool. They're the blah, blah, blah. They're whatever and this and that and the other thing. No, deep down inside in the soul energy, they've been very insecure. And that's why they ran in the first place. People who are afraid to be vulnerable are insecure. They're acknowledging this. That's one of the things that they're acknowledging. And that's probably why they're showing up too. Although keep in mind, they're a little insecure, as the 4 of Pentacles can represent. It's a card of the miser. Misers are very insecure people. Very fearful people, very insecure people. All right. I'm going to extend this. I'm going to do some, I don't have a devil. I've got an acknowledgement of some devil energy. But I have a beautiful reading here. I have something I've been waiting to see a long time with the DM side. It's fantastic. But there's always a catch, and that catch lives in this Five of Cups. Something was a catalyst here that caused this person to go into the Hermit. A lot of times your person's dark night of the soul is represented by Four of Swords, which is kind of a half-ass one, right? They kind of look at things. They're a carpet sweeper. I don't see any carpet sweeping here with 2 Justice cards on the table. I don't see it. And a Death card and a Magician card. I see cards of transformation here. But something was a catalyst. We're going to dig in. This will be especially important for you if your person has energies around them that have been limiting them in their life. Doesn't have to be a wife or a husband or a relationship. Could be a family or whatever, or a job that they should have left a long time ago. I don't know. There's something here that happened. We're going to find out what happened. And if you want the extended, it's there for you. The link is in the description. I want it. Because I love it when I can't. What makes these readings interesting for me is when I can't put my finger on something. So I'm going to try to pinpoint it. I'm going to pull the shit out of this Five of Cups and this Emperor. I'm going to take the 2 energies and blend them together and figure out what the fuck happened here. Because something happened on their side. Something changed. Either within them or around them. And I'm going to find out what. That is your reading. And I'll also find out a little more about them coming towards you and what you can expect as well. Maybe get you some advice. I'll pull it from your angle, all right, rather than their angle. All right, that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If I helped one person today, I've done my job, karmically speaking. The energy is a little scattered, I didn't crack a lot of jokes in this reading, but I can't. I have to swim in what is very confusing energy. But you might ask, why is the energy confusing, Steve? Well, the energy is confusing because this person is confused. What do you see on the table? You see someone who's not used to being in their feelings. I don't have Pentacles here. I don't. I have someone who is opened up. Their emotions cracked open like a Schlitz can at a redneck barbecue. I mean, they don't know. You could see it here. Remember, we had the Magician crossing the 7 of Swords. Right? Alchemy led into gold. Someone who, and with the Queen of Swords, someone who realizes or acknowledges their own lies they've been telling themselves so that they don't have to feel. They could just carpet sweep it. I don't want to feel it. I'm just going to carpet sweep it. Well, then we have an energy that creates a great burden of now what the fuck do I do? Right? 2 of Swords. Now what do I do? And that's why the energy is splintered here. That's why it's very confusing. They're confused. I'm reading them. That's why it's here. But why all of this? It's because of this right here. It's because of this, and I don't have an Empress handy, but an Empress should be here too. Okay? And that's what we're going to pull on in the extended, as well as maybe a little more into these Justice cards for you. All right? That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right. Good luck, you guys.